Hey everyone, welcome back to Code with Brain. I am Deepak and I hope you are enjoying the journey so far. In the last two videos, we tackled some interesting coding problems from HackerRank. And today, we are diving deep into more challenges from Python. If you are ready to boost your coding skills, then you are in the right place. So let's not waste any time and jump straight into today's problem solving session. In this session, we have only two questions left in basic data types. So the next three questions will be from strings. So be prepared.
Let us start with our first question in the part 3 of the video. The provided code is asking, we have to provide the code for getting an average of the marks for the student name provided. So we have to use a dictionary, it seems, for the key value, that is a name and the marks. So for the list of students, so I need to get first of all input from the user for getting the name and the marks. First we have to store it, then we will get the output for the, then we will get the required average for the student. Now I need to create an empty dictionary student marks, which is equals to an empty dictionary. Now I'm going to collect each name using for loop for I in range n. I have to get name and marks. In order to do that, I'm going to just make a line which is equals to input, right? Why I'm doing so is because I need to convert first thing as, this is the input format, like I need to get first name and then marks. So in order to do this, what I'm trying to do is I'm just going to get input all as string, then I'm going to use a map function which converts the index, that is from 1, after that it converts everything to marks. So that is how the idea goes. So what is it? Input dot split. Next what we are going to do is get the input and place it at index 0. Next what we are going to do is getting marks. So marks is equals to list of map, right? Then float comma len from first position for the first index. From the first index, I'm just gonna convert everything into float. Now what I'm gonna do is student marks, right? Student marks of the name is equals to marks. Fine. Now we have got every name and marks for the number of students. Now we will get the average of a particular student. So I'm going to name that particular student as query name. Okay, so I'm going to get query name from the user, so that is input. Next what I'm going to do is I'm going to find average mark. So average marks is equals to the sum of student marks of the query name divided upon length of the student's marks query name, right? Student, this is going to give me the subjects, number of subjects. Student marks query name. Now what I'm gonna do, they are in the question, they are asking us to format till 2 decimal points. So in order to do that, I'm gonna use a format function, that is format average marks dot 2f, rounding off it to 2 decimal points. I'm sure that the code is perfect. Now let us try giving run code. And here you go, it is successfully completed. Yes, for all the test cases it has been verified successfully. Now let us go for our second problem.
So let us move to our second question. In this question, they are telling us given an integer an n space separated integer as input, create a tuple t to those n integers
then compute and print the result of as t. So what we have to do is we have to get the input first, right? So now what I have to do, I have to create a tuple called t, which is tuple of map of int input dot split. Now I have to give print hash of t, right? Because why I'm giving this, because hash, they said that hash is one of the function in bulletins module, so it does not need to be imported. So only thing we need to get is input, which I got, and I'm going to create it as tuple. Then I'm going to print hash of t. So now let us see the output. Hence, successfully completed our second question. Let's move to our third question. We have successfully completed our two problems, which were in basic data types. Now we are going to head towards strings. In the strings, we have a question which we have to swap the cases. It's like we have to, if it's a lowercase, we have to make it as uppercase. We can see here that www.hackerrank, here this is capital and this has been changed to small, lowercase. So how we have to do? In order to this, we have to define all those uppercase and the swap case. In this, they have predefined us. And what we have to do over here is we have to give just simply s dot swap case, which gives us the required output. So now let us see the output. Yes, hence successfully completed our third question. Now let us move to our fourth question, which is on the based on strings only. Now let us give it for test cases, all the test cases. Yes, successfully completed. Now let us go for next challenge.
Okay. In our fourth question, they're telling us to they're telling us to join the strings using a hyphen. So what we are going to do is, we are already in this question, they have already told or already they defined as the split in the join function. So they told us to write the code here. So what we have to do is we are going to write this. In order to write or return something, we are going to use return function. What I need to return? I need to return underscore. In what I need to return? I have to join these. So in the join, what I have to do? I have to do line dot split, right? So this gives me the output. So now let us try giving run code. So successfully finished. So now we will move to our last question, that is our fifth question of part 3, which is on strings. So let's go ahead. We have successfully arrived to our fifth problem. This is the last problem of this video. In this problem, they are telling us that the first name and the last name of a person of two different lines have been given. Now I have to do is I have to print the statement, and I have to just replace the first name with first and the last name with the last. So I have to write my code here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna write print statement and hello, right? Next, what I need to do is I need to add the first name that is replaced with first. Next, what I have to do is I need a space, right? We need a space between the first name and the last name. And then what we need, the last name as replaced with last, then plus space, right? So what I'm gonna get over here is, yes, what I'm gonna get over here is exclamatory mark, you just dwelled into Python. Yes, this is what I have to get. So this is the code, because they are given this, they have already done the calling and etc. So hence we have successfully completed our 5 problems. So let's submit for the test cases. Yes, all the test cases have been verified successfully. And that wraps up today's video. We tackled some more easy Python problems, including how to create tuples and compute their hash, swap the case of a string characters, split and join a string using delimiters, format a full name with a personalized message, and finally handle input and convert it effectively. I hope you found these problems helpful and learned something new today. If you're enjoying this series, make sure you follow up the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.